Basically, our topic for today is how to boost breast milk. So, the thing is, the best strategy for making more milk is by breastfeeding your baby frequently. All right, by nursing your baby frequently. The more you breastfeed, the more you produce milk. The more you breastfeed, the more milk will flow. That is the best strategy. All right. So there are so many things that can help you as well, like staying hydrated. The thing is, if you drink enough water, enough liquids like water or breast milk boosting beverages like hot chocolates and other beverages, they help you to produce more milk. Number two is to avoid stress and anxiety. Stress and anxiety is not good for you if you are a nursing mother. Because if you're having enough rest, by the time you sleep and wake up or rest well, you will see that you have produced plenty. You will see it even in the size of your breast. All right. So avoid stress, avoid anxiety, rest well because adequate rest helps in production of breast milk. Another thing is making sure that your baby is latching very well during breastfeeding. You have to make sure that your baby is latching very well during breastfeeding. What I mean by latching very well is if you're carrying your baby to your breast, you make sure that the areola, everything is entering your baby's mouth. And the baby is not just grabbing the tip and sucking it like this. But the baby is sometimes another way to get a baby to latch very well is when you're trying to breastfeed the baby and then you point your nipple here and the baby opens the mouth and goes like this. You just put your breast straight inside the mouth. The baby is going to grab it well and make sure you're sitting upright. Because if the baby is not latching very well, it limits effective flow of breast milk. Poor latching limits effective flow of breast milk. Okay, so make sure your baby is latching very well. And when you're breastfeeding, make sure the baby is coming to you, not you going to the baby. Because if you're bending over while breastfeeding, you are not going to be comfortable. And that will make you not to breastfeed that baby for long because your back at that time will be hurting. You will not breastfeed for long. The baby will not get enough. So basically, when breastfeeding, make sure you're well relaxed and you're sitting very well. For instance, if you have a couch or a chair that you're sitting on, it is advisable you support your back with your pillow, then relax your back on it like this. If you have a stool or a chair that is at the same level with your knee when you're sitting, you bring it closer to you and then you rest your legs on that stool or chair and then you relax your back on the couch like this. And then you bring the baby to you so you'll be sitting comfortably so you'll be able to feed your baby very well and for long. Then when you're well seated, when you're comfortably seated, then you put the baby close to you and then you start the nipple in the baby's mouth. Make sure at that time that you're watching that your baby is latching very well so that your baby will be able to suck enough. Because if they are not latching very well, they don't get enough milk. And it even limits the flow of that is why I said the baby will not get enough milk. And you will think the baby is feeding, whereas the baby, it is limiting already the milk supply. Okay, so basically, like I said earlier, our topic today is how to boost your breast milk. So I've said it before and I'm saying it again now. You need adequate rest, avoid stress and anxiety. You need to drink lots of fluid like water and breast boosting beverages. You also have to breastfeed your baby frequently. That is the most important one. The more you breastfeed, the more milk you produce. And that is why sometimes when you look at a breastfeeding nursing mother, you'll find out that one of the breasts is bigger than the other. Do you know why it is so? Because the one the mother gives more is the one that produces more milk. So it is natural that yeah, sometimes when you see a breastfeeding mom, a lactating mother or a nursing mother, you'll find out that the two breasts are not equal. It is okay. There's nothing wrong with the breast, but it's just that sometimes the one that produces more milk comes out bigger. It's bigger than the other one. Okay. So another thing is when someone puts to bed, that is when we advise the mother at that time to start breastfeeding the baby. Put the baby to breast. Do not wait. I know as a new mom, you're tired, you're resting. You don't have to wait so long. Some will complain that the breast milk has not started coming out. Yes, the breast milk will eventually come out, but you have to put the baby to rest. You have to keep trying. That is when, because as you're doing it, it is getting stimulated. All right. While the baby is trying to suckle your breast, it is getting stimulated, and before you know it, the breast milk will start coming out. It is very important. And again, here in Nigeria, we have lots of food aside beverages that makes want to have enough breast milk, like pap. Pap is one of them. Pap is a very good one. It helps in production of, it helps a lot in breast milk. It helps to boost milk supply. Sometimes some people make watery pap that is piping hot and then they try to drink it while it is hot. If you do that and wait for like an hour or two, you'll find out that your breast is heavy and you have enough milk in there. It mustn't be the watery one, the thick one does that as well. But pap is very good when you're trying to boost your milk, your breast milk. Okay. So another thing that does that is I know cassava is very good at that. A lot of people say the yam, individuals differ. What works for A may not work for B. You get it? What worked for A may not work for B. So basically, most people that go for cassava, like I know very well, for instance, myself, hot, very hot, like piping hot gari, soft one, sometimes make someone who is nursing to produce more milk. Another thing is yam. I heard about that. I don't know how true that is. For some people, they said groundnut does that as well. There are so many of them, so many, almost all the foods, even spaghetti. Funny enough, I had someone who said that jollof rice, depending on the individual. Someone might eat jollof rice and nothing will happen. But make sure that after eating each one that you take enough water, take plenty of water. It helps a lot. Drinking plenty of fluid helps you in production of milk. It helps you to produce more milk because you need water. And if you don't take water, of course, you become dehydrated. Okay? So, and if you sweat a lot, you see that you need a lot of water as well. So, make sure you're hydrated, you take enough rest. These are the two most important, and the very best of it all is breastfeeding frequently. Do not joke with this one. There are so many benefits of breastfeeding that I'm going to talk about in our next class, and then I will tell you the importance of breastfeeding your baby or the importance of exclusively breastfeeding your baby. There are so many things to talk about. I will break those things down for you, and how to introduce complementary feeding when you've weaned your baby after 6 months. So just stay tuned.